What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome back to episode number 10 of the San Antonio Marshalls franchise. And my God, can we buy a win? Starting out the season 0-7, winless through the first 8 weeks, has us questioning everything about our franchise. Tony Romo as our starter at quarterback. I mean, he's an 82. He's a superstar dev. He's 25 years old. And in the gameplay that we had in last episode, he went off. We had like 400 yards, only missed like 2 passes, no intercompletions, I think 4 or 5 touchdowns. It was incredible. But in the sim, he just does not want to win. And no matter what we have here on the offensive line, you know, Peters, Mathis, we got 2 80s here in McKinney and Stitchcom. We cannot run the ball. So, it comes down to a question of, like, even our wide receivers aren't having big games. Andre Johnson's the best wide receiver in football, 99 overall, and he's not having big games. Wes Welker, one of the best slot wide receivers, young slot wide receivers in the league. He's not doing anything. We have an 85 overall tight end here in Billy Miller. He's very solid. He's not doing anything. So, kind of have to find an answer here. I mean, I'm flabbergasted. I'm lost for words as to why my 87 overall offense, 87 defense, 85 base overall team has yet to win a game. And I mean, the big question is, and we, judging by you guys, there's a chance right now that we will have a top pick in the draft. And when you look at everything that Vince Young can bring to the table here, I mean, maybe it'd be worth bringing in Vince Young and, maybe don't rush him. Maybe don't throw him the wolves. You have Tony Romo as a transitionary guy, and then we maybe can look at flipping him. I don't know right now, to be completely honest. We're going to see how today's episode goes as we round out the 2005 season, and we'll make that decision. If Romo can turn it around, play as good as we have seen him been capable to play, maybe we'll hold on to him as our quarterback. And if not, we might have to look for alternative options. So we're going to start here, Week 9 on the road against the 4-3 Kansas City Chiefs. What the Chiefs are working with here, get a quick little scouting report. Because we desperately need to win. They got Tony Gonzalez at tight end. They got Lance Briggs, really good offensive line. Jeff Garcia is their quarterback. Priest Holmes running the ball. I mean, they're not, a super overpowered roster by any means. They got Ronnie Brown there. I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable and confident this will be the week that we can all turn around, and Tony Romo will have a staple performance to pull us to 1-7 on the season. And we start the episode with a horrific defeat, 49-21, giving up over 500 total yards of offense to the Kansas City Chiefs. Look, we had the yards there too. We had almost 500 total yards as well, and we still, almost all of them came from kick returns, but, oh my God, that's annoying. Jeff Garcia went off 4 touchdowns. Tony Romo, not a bad game, over 100 QBR, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns to 1 interception. Our run game, non-existent. In terms of we got some touchdowns. Wes Welker, Andre Johnson. I guess that's better than nothing. Better than the stat lines we have been seeing from them. A couple of half sacks. That's not nearly good enough, though, man. And we don't have any turnovers. We were a defense last year that could find a way to get turnovers that would be potential game changers and swinging a win to a loss. And right now, we're just getting stomped. There's no turnovers. There's no real positives for this team as we slip to 0-8. Yep. Got dominated. We got 9 first downs in the whole game. Worst performance I think I've seen from my team. I don't even really want to go through the stats. Look, 18 rushing yards for Darren Sproles. Defensively, they were on the field a lot. We got a sack and a half of Sharpa, Oyumanura, Vince Wilfork, a couple half sacks, a pick from Aaron Glenn, but that's disgusting. Week 11 against the 49ers, still searching for that old win. Thought we might have had a chance. The Niners aren't a particularly strong roster. It was real close. They only had 4 more total yards than us, but we still fall 24-17 on the day. Tony Romo, a touchdown and a pick. Not particularly strong. Darren Sproles got a touchdown. We had a little bit of production there. 6 for 71 for Andre. Defensive side of things, got a couple sacks. Arid and Umanura. Pick for Aaron Glenn and Asante Samuel, but still too little too late. As it's still week 11. You're not mishearing me. Week 11, we still don't have a win. Why are you doing this to me? The Bills suck too, and we lose 24-14. They got Eric there. Think way back to last offseason. He was actually the guy we're thinking about bringing in, and then we ultimately went with Tony Romo, and we just lost. So I don't really know, what that actually means, but it's definitely a storyline. Rushing yards is disgusting. We got a touchdown there for Wes Welker. It's unacceptable when my 99 overall wide receiver is getting 1 catch for 17 yards. We got a couple sacks. Got Marcus Cole. I think he's actually had quite a few picks this year, but it's almost becoming a meme at this point. Well, not surprising, but actually was maybe a little bit surprised. I thought, of course, going against Peyton Manning, the best quarterback in the game, divisional rival, maybe that would be the game that the weird wonky sim actually will reward us with a victory, but we get absolutely smoked. I didn't even get 300 total yards of offense. Peyton Manning went off. I don't even care about looking through my stats at this point. It's not pretty. Week 14, another divisional matchup, and even when we outgained them in yards, we had almost 500 total yards to their 358. We still can't win. It is getting padded a little bit from the kick return yards, but 2 touchdowns, 2 picks from Tony Romo, not good enough. No rushing game. Finally a decent performance from Andre Johnson, 6 catches, 62 yards, 2 tutties. Defensive side, no sacks, oh my God, just call it quits. I've never had this many losses in a franchise mode, I don't think. Just have me go 0-16, okay? Just stop putting me through the ringer here. Where we again, look how many more yards. Not even buffed with kick return yards. We have over almost 150 more total yards than the Rams, yet we still get smoked 35-21. 5 touchdowns for Kurt Warner. Tony Romo was absolute garbage. Whatever. Week 16, so close. Just dropped 7 to the Pittsburgh Steelers, 27-20. Drew Bledsoe, decent game. Tony Romo, again, the turnovers. Those turnovers, even when we were sucking last year, those turnovers weren't really that prevalent as we fall to 0-15 on the season. I don't think I've ever had, even in like a realistic rebuild, I don't think I've ever had more than like 10 losses, 11 losses, 12 losses max, let alone 0-15. Use this for the screenshot for the record. I will save this one for last. It could not be a more perfect scenario. We are 0-15. I have never, not once ever, gone winless in a franchise mode. I don't think ever on the channel. So we're going to play this one. I always kind of felt like this was always going to be a huge game that I was going to plan on playing anyways because it's the season finale. It's at home against, even though I like to think the Dallas Cowboys are a big rival, the Indianapolis Colts, divisionally speaking, and because they have Peyton Manning, are our biggest rival. So we're 0-15. The Colts are 12-2-1. They are top in the division, right? But here's also what you need to look at. They're the #1 team in the National Football League. So this is the most David and Goliath scenario you could possibly have in a Madden. You have a team that has yet to win a game in the final season, final week, trying to stave off any form of self-respect, and they have to go and host Peyton Manning, the best quarterback in the game, and the team with the best record in the game. You know what? It would be kind of fun. It'd be an interesting storyline if I didn't win a single game. I went 0-16, but also I'm not that kind of. I feel like that kind of like tampers my reputation as a franchise mode YouTuber, as someone that likes to build franchises. So this is going to be huge. Let's get it, man. I'm nervous. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm as nervous as you could possibly be in this scenario. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, 3rd and 11, trying to get something big here. Come on, we got a 99 overall wide receiver. There's got to be a little bit of cheese in the algorithm that he should be just straight up better than some of these guys on the Colts. I get they have the best record, and there we go. Let's get him rolling. Let's get him rolling. Let's get him warmed up. He is going to have a massive game for us to have any chance of winning. Oh, my God. Come on. I can't even use 4 verse cheese correctly. Here we go. Let's lead him. Let's lead Andre Johnson. That is a big-time grab, putting us in the red zone. All right, 3rd and 5 here on the 8. We have Wes Welker at the top. He's our best route runner. He doesn't. And all right, we're going for it. I don't give a shit at this point. We're going for it. We're gonna. There's no way we're gonna win trading field goals trying to stop Peyton Manning. So let's just go verticals. This is a pretty overpowered play. Seems to work out fairly well. We'll have Billy Miller. Switch that to a slant. Give me some protection, Mr. Darren Sproles. We get Andre Johnson in the slot, our best wide receiver. Who's going to get it? We floated in Wes Welker, and it's out of bounds.
Fucking bullshit!
Like, I'm getting the animations that I have no control over, where, like, Romo just, like, slipped in the pocket and it's an automatic sack. Am I a joke to you, Madden? Insta-sack. I'm trying. I'm trying to win. Going for it. For the 10. I mean, what do we have to lose here? Like, I don't know. Like, literally, this is like, I'm glad this happened at this point in the Madden cycle, because if it happened any other time, come on, like, make a contested catch. You have 99 everything. If this was like regular Madden, this is like my first month, I'd throw my computer against the wall and never play the game again. There we go. Nice little tutty, Billy Miller. Got something. There's a chance. We have a chance. We're going to go 0-16. It's actually happening. What to say? I mean, we got, see if we can make it somewhat respectable here. Probably not. Throw it to Billy Miller. Makes the drop. Awesome. We went 0-16. We just went 0-16. My team's at 85 overall. 87 offense, 87 defense. We just went 0-16. I've never had that. I've had a 16-0. I've had a couple of 16-0s. Never an 0-16, let alone with a team that I've built. This is not just like a rebuild where I'm taking over like the worst roster ever, like the Jets last year and like that. This is a team that I've spent time on. I've invested time on. We're in year number 3. 0-16. Fuck! 0-16. I never knew what that looked like. I mean, we scored more points than a bunch of teams. We by far did not have the worst offense. Definitely had the worst defense. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. A little bit weird. I mean, this is it. 89 over. I mean, we had the confidence hits, especially Ryan Young. I've never seen a -3. And Jason Peters. Our tackles are horrible. 89 offense, 89 defense, 86 overall. 0-16. I mean, this is usually the episode. We wrap it up. I mean, let's look at the stats here. Whoa. We had the most. Tony Romo had the most passing yards in the league. And we went 0-6. I mean, that doesn't really correlate with anything, but that's still, Brad, our offensive line is like an 80 overall, and we gave out 75 sacks. 4,200 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, 15 picks for Tony Romo. Run game was non-existent. Billy Miller actually had a decent year here. 80 catches, 830 and 7. 840 and 3 for Bradford. Almost 1,108 from Andre. 804 from Wes Welker. So, I mean, production was there. For them. Like, the box score stats doesn't look terrible. 99 tackles, 9 TFLs, 5.5 sacks for Jamie Sharper. I'm glad I was able to get him re-signed. 7 sacks, Osi Manura, 10 TFLs, 13 TFLs, 6.5 from Jared Allen. Vince Wilfork, 16 TFLs. I mean, sure, double-digit sacks would be nice, but that's still decent production. Turnovers in the secondary, I've seen way worse. I've had teams that get double-digit wins that have less turnovers in the secondary. I mean, I can't really check the yearly awards or anything like that yet because there's still a game left to play in the sim. But I don't know. I literally don't know what to tell you. I've never experienced this before. We're 0-16. So, yeah. That'll wrap up the episode. Well, next episode will be the offseason, and we have a lot to think about. Do we go, like, Romo was good, but clearly not good enough. Like, he's good enough that maybe we just see him as good trade bait. I should probably be able to flip him for a first-round pick. Maybe not this offseason. Maybe I try to make a trade at the combine or at the draft. But I don't know. We definitely need like a nice running back. We haven't spent much money in free agency. The run game needs to get there. I think the offensive line, for the most part, I mean, Peters is young in his prime. Mathis is young in his prime. Dielman's young in his prime. Those guys will probably develop into like mid-80s within the next year or so. But I honestly have no answers for you, fellas. I've never had this happen. So thank you guys for watching. If it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys back here in a couple days for the offseason. 16. Unbelievable.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit when you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game like, who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing